Hi, my name is James and I'd like to welcome you to my mini presentation on how you can reduce your waistline simply by reducing the amount of stress in your life. Now, you might already know that having high stress levels in life is not good for your overall health, but what you might not know is that by reducing those stress levels, you can also reduce your waistline with no additional effort. Now, the main culprit here is a hormone called cortisol. Now, basically, when you are stressed out, your cortisol levels increase. Cortisol promotes the storage of body fat, and specifically cortisol promotes the storage of belly fat, which we'll talk about in a minute. Cortisol also will throw your body's hormonal system out of balance. I once went to a lecture given by a chiropractor, and some people don't know, but chiropractors are very well educated in the field of nutrition. What this particular chiropractor had found is that with his patients, when he brings their hormonal system into balance, that they would lose a lot of weight or they would lose a lot of body fat. So cortisol is going to throw off the hormonal balance of the body, which promotes the storage of body fat. Specifically, high cortisol levels will throw off your insulin levels. You've probably heard about insulin levels before. Typically, insulin levels will spike if you have like a soda or a high sugar meal. And when those insulin levels spike, that tells your body to store more body fat. Well, it's not just high sugar meals and high sugar beverages that will increase your insulin levels, but also high cortisol levels will also lead to higher insulin levels. Cortisol actually signals your body to store body fat around your organs. And of course, most of your organs are located in your belly. And also your cortisol receptors, most of those are located in your belly. So cortisol specifically tells your body to store belly fat. If you're trying to get that six-pack look, you do not want your stress levels to be high, because that's going to increase your cortisol levels, which tells your body to store fat in your belly. And lastly, find stress relief practices that work for you. What works for you might not work for me. For example, I like to take long walks, maybe 4 or 5 days a week. Now, this has sort of become my habit. However, I've also noticed that while I take these walks, I tend to think about all the problems in my life, and this actually stresses me out more. So really, taking these walks is not a good stress relief practice for me, but for you, maybe a long walk through the neighborhood is a great stress relief practice. So what works for you is, might not work for me, and vice versa. So find what works for you. Lastly, people ask me what resources I recommend for obtaining sort of that hard six-pack look. The only book I recommend right now is one called The Truth About Six-Pack Abs by a gentleman by the name of Michael Geary. And actually, I just noticed that on their website, they are now offering free videos on how to obtain that six-pack look. So, and actually, these videos are gender-specific, one for guys and one for girls. So if you want to check these out, I'll actually put a link directly to this page below this video. So if you want to check out these free gender-specific videos, just go ahead and click on the link that appears below this video.